Hello everyone, I am Surrender the Awesome and I'm back, and I'm ready to look at some more r/OhNoConsequences. But before I get started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if I can't convince you, perhaps this picture of my cat will convince you. And random fact about my cat society is that it is illegal to jaywalk backwards while playing the violin on a Tuesday. And also, before I get started, don't forget to check out my other channel, Surrender Reviews, where I do video game, movie, and show reviews, and I'll leave a link in the description down below. And without further ado, let's get into this. So this first post here says, am I the a-hole for not supporting my sister after she broke our sister's marriage? And OP here says, the title might be a bit confusing, so let me explain. All names are fake, by the way. I have two sisters. Jenna, 39 female, is the oldest, Kate is in the middle at 36, and I am the youngest of the girls at 28 in our family. Jenna started dating Joe, 40 male, in high school, and they got married at 20 and had their first child 3 years later. Together, they had Bella, 16 female, Kai, 14 male, and Soren, 13 male. When the kids were younger, Jenna learned that Kate and Joe were having an affair. She kicked Joe out and disowned Kate from that day forward. The kids were all at least a little bit aware of the fact that Dad and Aunt Kate were together too fast for it to not have started when he was married to Mom. It ruined Kate's relationship with the kids. They were close before, and Jenna was always glad that they turned against Kate and didn't turn her into Mom 2.0. Kate and Joe ended up getting married, and Kate tried to pretend like she was just a stepmom to the kids, or more like a second mom. I sided with Jenna, and made it clear to Kate that I thought she and Joe were so gross, and even if they hadn't done Jenna dirty, which they did, they made life a lot more complicated for the kids. I mean, good on you, OP. I actually would have been a little worse if I'm being perfectly honest. Anyways, OP here goes on to say, of all the kids, Belle was the most vocally and clear against Kate, and she has told Kate that she hates her, and she has made it her mission to make Kate's life difficult in every way possible when she is with her and Joe. She doesn't ignore the fact that her dad is to blame, but he is far less interested in healing his relationship with his kids. But Kate cares a whole lot from what I have been told. I don't really see or speak to her anymore, but I am close with the kids, and other family members see them together sometimes. Anyways, Belle has really given Kate a hard time, and it bothers Kate, and until recently, she thought she could win them around, but she found out that Belle had publicly spilled to friends, parents, people at school, and people in Kate's life who she works with that Kate and Joe had an affair and Kate and Jenna are sisters. People have seriously turned on Kate, and it hurt her at work and socially. She is being snubbed more in general. I mean, personally, I probably would have been more like Belle in this situation, so yeah, OP, you're kind of more good by comparison. Anyways, OP here goes on to say, Kate was hurt and tried to come to me for comfort and advice on what to do about Belle. But I told her that she should go talk to our brothers, 33 and 30, or someone who supports her. I told her I wasn't going to be able to give her any good or helpful advice, and that she's just dealing with the consequences of her own actions of what she did to her sister. She told me that I could be a better sister to her instead of refusing to offer my support. She said, no matter what, we are sisters, and she did nothing to me. Well, for this whole post here, I'm gonna give this a me approved out of 50. I mean, personally, I like what Belle's doing, and OP, I think you're being a little more good than what I would be personally. And also, what's this whole thing about, oh yeah, we're sisters? I mean, where was that when, you know, she was busy cheating with Joe here? And Joe sounds like a real piece of work if I'm being perfectly honest. Sounds like he probably needs a good punch in the face. And this next post here says, Am I the a-hole for getting my father's affair partner fired after exposing her affair and the fact that she's an unmarried mother to the school she worked at? And OP here says, my mom and I found out in September that my father had been cheating on her for at least 5 years. How do we know it was that long? Because he had 2 kids with her and the oldest is 4. His affair partner is someone who is pretty well known. She made a name for herself pushing Christian family values. She has been on local radio spewing hate for a lot of different people. I know someone who was her student before, and she's a real a-hole to all of them, always judging them for being in a private Christian school and not being Christian enough. She left her job for a while, I guess so then that way she could have the 2 kids. She then started at a new school a couple of years ago, another Christian private school. When my mom and I found out where she was, it was very much in the WTF category. My father wanted me to give her a chance and to not hold the affair against him and to get to know his new family. But since I am 17, he couldn't force me and I told him I wanted nothing to do with him, her, or the kids. Well, jeez, this is quite a situation here. Anyways, OP here goes on to say, it bothered me so much that I ended up looking up where she worked at and saw that they had a code of conduct for their teachers, which she violated in 2 ways. 1, with the affair, and 2, with having kids before marriage. So I anonymously contacted the school and shared that info with them, and she ended up being fired. They didn't figure out that I was the one who did it until last month when her appeal ended and she saw some of the evidence that they had against her. Of course, they were angry at me and accused me of being awful and spiteful and think of the kids, yada yada yada. I really don't care what they think, and I love seeing that arrogant a-hole knocked down a peg. I don't really feel bad, and even if they ended up homeless and in a shelter because of it, that's not my problem. But my aunt, who I've always been super close with, sided with them on this one. She said that what I did was incredibly spiteful, and that it would have hurt the kids more than anyone if the consequences were homelessness or whatever. She told me that I don't have to want anything to do with them, and shouldn't have gone so far. Am I the a-hole? Well, for that person, it's kind of more of a, rules for thee, not for me, and I think it's really good that you knocked her down a peg. And yeah, I'm gonna probably give this a me approved out of 50. I mean, what? She spouts these rules so much, she should probably be practicing exactly what she preaches. And I think with that, that's gonna do it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.